Got my cowboy hat on today. This guy from I was in Texas in October, so I decided I got this cowboy hat from there. Cheap cowboy hat. Waiting for y'all to come in. See my reflection in my glasses. Look at that. See, I'm watching the fight. If y'all look closely at my glasses, you can see a fight. Oh, that'll be a way I could stream the fight somehow for y'all to watch. And I won't do that. Yeah, that's a possibility. If they go that deep, y'all can see it, right? You can see my reflection, and then there you go. Look, you can see I'm watching a fight on YouTube though. This fight's on YouTube. What's up? Thanks, man. I got a new remix coming. I got a Tuivasa remix, a Shoey remix. This one sounds good though. It's hella catchy. My goal is to have this remix. Tuivasa used this remix for his next fight during his walk-in. So I got to really make it catchy and the type of song that everybody could dance to. Oh, you got. Oh shit! Look what happened. You can see. Look through my glasses. You can see the fight. I'm trying to look because I don't know who to pick because I haven't seen enough of Daukaus. Have you thought of a collab with Mo? I can never say his name. Mohad. Yeah, I got in contact with a couple months ago about making a remix, like collaborating to make a song, and he said he'll check my stuff out, but then he didn't get back at me. Yeah, yeah, but look, Dawkins looks pretty good though. He looks, but I don't. Yeah, he could definitely get caught by Derek Lewis. I can see the fight going like a lot of Derek Lewis fights. He's getting pieced up, and then Derek Lewis lands that big shot on him. Yeah, that's more ad revenue coin for Maurice Spears. Oh shit! Oh yeah, I'm watching the fight. Watching the Dawkins fight and the. I'm going to pronounce his name like Derek Lewis pronounced the name. Abduga Boogamov. Let's say this dude's name. You might cop what game? Oh, the UFC game. You will survive. Yeah, I'm working on a Tuivasa remix right now, and it sounds good. I like it. I was working on the Leon Edwards remix, but it just doesn't sound right to me, so I gotta work on that some more. Usually, anybody else would just crank out, just throw the remix out there, see what people think. But I gotta make sure it's right. I gotta make a remix that I would like to listen to. It's a good fight so far. Oh shit! I forgot about the weigh-ins are right now. Let me check out the weigh-ins. I forgot. Hmm. Looking it up right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe I deserve a title shot next. I want to make that one. I just got to get it right. The Mind of OPEX. Yeah, I just got to get that right. The Nate Diaz song still slaps. Which one? Face Off should be done. Yeah, I noticed that. They're done already. Oh, shit. We got him. Oh, another knockout. Oh, I'm not surprised remix. Yeah, that one took off. Man, he had spit coming out of his mouth. Yeah, that one took off right there. That's still my highest charting remix. That Nate Diaz one. I can't beat that one. I have yet to get anything higher than that. Yeah, I should. I'll probably hit Bisping up about that. Yeah, because Bisping did play the remix I made, the one with Bisping and Mike Perry. Did you put your hands on me? He played that one. Yeah, he loved that one. So oh yeah, I might hit him up about that. If he says something funny on his podcast and I could remix that, then that's something I could do. And then send that to him, and yeah, and do something like that. Yeah, that one was funny, man. Everything was hitting with that one. There's so much material to work with. I heard that. I heard him say that. I used to work as a delivery driver for Vons, so I used to listen to podcasts while I was making my deliveries, and I heard him say that while delivering, and I was like, I got to do something with this. Yeah, Bisping seemed like a cool guy. Yeah, I watched Mike Sports before. Oh, when the Michael Bisping fight comes on, we were just talking about him. I'm watching these UFC free fights on YouTube on my TV. So right now, it's Michael Bisping versus Anderson Silva. Oh yeah, the Mama Ma remix with Elon Musk. Yeah, that one's one of my favorites. Like I said before, on the last stream, people thought I was on drugs when I made that one. They're like, "You're on some type of psychedelics. What kind of drugs are you on?" Macy Kiss Kissing. I gotta look her up. Yeah, Kevin Lee's is UFC right now. Yeah, holes in this game. Yeah, I could do something with that. Finding holes in the 65 division. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, okay. Khabib said that quote to Dana, holes in it. I'll look that up there. Also, it's going to be Kevin Lee and Diego Sanchez, or is that something that's just been bounced around? Yeah, I'm curious to see how Kevin Lee does. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. See, the thing is, when I make these remixes and I'm working on other stuff, I don't have time to keep up with everything in MMA, so I don't know certain things. Imagine Diego comes out a beast. Do I think Cody Garbrandt should retire? Uh, no, not yet. Yeah, let's go, Derek Lewis. Yeah, Derek Lewis got to get this one. You never know with a Derek Lewis fight. Losing most of the fight, and then he catches you with that big shot. Yeah, I heard about that. He had the virus, the coronavirus, COVID-19. Yeah, give him one more at least. Yeah, he deserves to make a living. I see Cody doing what Mike Perry's doing. If he loses again, he's going to go to, or if he gets cut, he's going to go into bare knuckle fighting, or or that I forgot that league that Mike Perry's in right now. Oh, you think Cody should fight the Auger show next? Yeah, Sugar Show. I like Sugar Show. He has charisma, and he's slick. He's a very slick fighter. Oh, let Sugar Show retire Cody. They might do that. That might be a perfect fight for Sugar Show. He has somewhat of a name. He needs a bounce back fight. That could be something that's good for both. Oh, thanks, man. You said you've been subscribed for 6 years, man. You've been here for a long time. Yeah, thanks, Art Castar. Yeah, Sugar Show Undefeated remix. You know, a couple of years ago, I was trying to make a Sugar Show remix with Snoop Dogg yelling, "Oh Mally, oh Mally." I never finished it though. I was trying to make a remix with that. I might do it. I might reapproach it. I'm gonna turn on this Derek Lewis fight. I want to see how Derek Lewis is looking. Gonna watch some of his fights. I'm gonna watch the one with Curtis Blade. Oh man, Chris, that's an old school one. He said the Joe Rogan Eat Like Fish remix. I go back and look up some of those and listen to them. Completely different way of making them back then. If y'all look up my first one, the way I used to edit videos, before I wouldn't download the video, I would just record it with my phone on the screen and then upload it like that. So the quality wasn't that good. Bro, where do you get that Marvin dancing video from in the end? I may have got it from Google. I may have Googled um, Marvin Vittori dancing, then put GIF at the end of it, and it popped up. Most of those clips I get, they're GIFs. So that's where I got it. Mikhail. Yeah, Chris, you've been around for a long time. Oh yeah, I love you, Mike. Gosh, that funny quote. I love you, Mike. Who I got between JP and Woodley? Man, know what? Know what? I'm gonna go with Woodley. I think Woodley. What? Well, I spit and shit. Woodley is gonna pull this one off. I feel like this is his last chance. This is Tyron Woodley's last chance. His last opportunity to get to get a win. So I could see him being more desperate than before. I could see him playing it a little safe, and then he's going to be more offensive in this fight. I can see that. Maurice Cowboy Spears, yeah, man. I got this cowboy hat from Texas. I was in Dallas, Texas in October because I'm thinking about moving there. So I was looking at some houses in Texas, and I just bought this cheap hat. Hi, Maurice. You have fans in Bulgaria. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, Chris. How's it in Bulgaria? Should I visit? Oh, the black guy at 170. Yeah, I got to try to post that on my Instagram, Leo. Or I can post it on my Instagram. I got it. Give me the yeah, Tony. Give me the fucking boy. Those are the scariest people to ever encounter. Somebody with a high pitched voice like that. Like, give me the fucking boy. And those are the best fighters most of the time too. Anderson Silva, Yoel, and there's somebody else with a high pitched voice. Oh yeah, Mike Tyson. Don't fuck with anybody with a high pitched voice. Any fighter with a high pitched voice, they're gonna fuck you up. Hope you get your 100,000 subs. Thanks, Akash. I got a long time to get to that. Unless I just make a video that goes crazy viral. You said you see Woodley looking at this as another nice paycheck. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a not yeah, that is that's a nice check to make for Christmas. Many thanks, brother. Just want to say I'm a huge fan of your work. I'm sure it takes a shitload of time and effort. Keep up the good content. Really looking forward to the next one. Hopefully it drops soon. Yeah, Kel. Thank you. Yeah, I'm working on a Tuivasa one. That one's going to be next. Cause that one sounds good. I like the way that one's turning out. And my plan is to have Tuivasa use that remix as his walk-in song. So I got to try to get that to him somehow. Get him to notice it. Man, we know Tyron is going to be frozen as usual, the frozen one. Yeah, someone needs to thaw him out, Tony. Someone needs to thaw them out. Maybe my remix will be something that could thaw them out because it's so fire that it can melt that ice that's on Tyron Woodley right now that's causing him to stay so frozen. Oh man, you got charisma. You can get there if you stay consistent. Yeah, thanks, man. There's so much stuff I'm working on. Like right now, I'm working on getting my CCNA certification, and that shit is intense. All this shit, just to troubleshoot computers and trying to get this job where I could like work on those kiosks, automation, and stuff like that. So I got to pass the certification. I got to get this certification. But if I can make a living doing this, that'll be cool. But I don't want to rely on YouTube. YouTube is it's not steady. I gotta have multiple streams of income. Derek Lewis funny screen voice is high pitched. Yeah, that shit is funny. I was able to get the background noise out because I use this program called Adobe, not Premiere, Adobe Audition, and I was able to get the background noise out so you can hear the high pitched noise. So it sounds decent. Hamzat is insane too. Love that dude. Killer in the cage, but a total sweetheart outside. Yeah, a lot of nightmares. Yeah, a lot of fighters, UFC fighters are like that. They're very cool people. Of course, you got the hotheads. How long until Tyron is fighting for Khabib though? Yeah, that can happen, man. You're right, Tony. Yeah, Tyron the frozen one, Woodley. We will we ever get a Leon Edwards? Yeah, I started it. It just doesn't. I can't quite get it right, so I got to put it on the back burner. But it's gonna come. I want to put it out. There's a demand for it. See, that's a tricky thing about remixes. When I make these remixes, like if you want to be successful on YouTube, you got to push content out fast. But when it comes to these remixes, I'm not able to push out content that fast because it takes time to make these remixes. Then not only that, I got to get it. Everything has to go right. Sometimes I'm able to make a remix very fast, like that Conor McGregor remix when he made that phone call to Dustin Poirier. I made that shit so fast. Everything was perfect. Everything happened perfectly. The first beat I made was the beat that you hear on that remix, and it just worked. Everything flowed correctly. Everything was on beat. But this Leon Edwards one is tricky. I barely managed to get it to go on beat because the way Leon Edwards says things, man, is a little tricky. I can't. There's one time he said Gilbert Burns, but he said it like this. It sounded like that when he said Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns. So it doesn't sound right. You can barely hear it. Artem will always be the GOAT. Yeah. Him and Chael Sonnen. I feel like you can easily create a song with Sean Strickland quotes. Yeah, Sean Strickland is crazy. Serial killer vibes. Akash, who's your GOAT in MMA? I would say John Jones, but there's too many issues around him. Like when I debate people, I'll say John Jones, and then they'll mention USADA. This is what happens when I debate people. I'll be at a bar watching a fight at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm debating with them who's the GOAT. I'll say John Jones is, and they'll bring up USADA. I'm like, all right, I guess I can't talk about John Jones being the GOAT. But if you look at what John Jones did, like who he ran through, how can you not put him there? Oh shit, Lewis just knocked out Blade. Yo Murray's that I'm not gay no more remix. Oh yeah, man, you heard that one. That one went viral. That one's funny as fuck. What's your personal favorite remix you made? Shit. That's a tricky one. I'll give you one that I put out recently. It's the Khabib one, Go Sleep remix. I like the beat. I like that mellow beat and everything. Just the editing was nice. I like that one. So that's my personal favorite. Yeah, he said Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns. Here today, gone to today. Oh, what's up, Rich? Yeah, Rich Slayton. What's up? I can't wait for McGregor's return. I think he's coming back better than ever with that titanium shin. Yeah, he's gonna be a beast with that new shin. Don't fuck with the Terminator version of Conor McGregor. He will be back. Got those metal bones. Uh oh. Do you edit the videos on your own too? Yeah, I edit the videos as well. That's why it takes so long. And I got. It's just a lot of stuff you got to put in. That Lewis Blade KO was insane. The entire Marge Simpson wind up. Yeah, that shit was crazy. So there's a chance we might see that when Derek Lewis fights tomorrow. Jones is undefeated versus fighters, girlfriends, and the charges. Yeah, John Jones, man. My issue with John Jones, Rich, like I remember during the pandemic, he was telling everybody to stay inside. We got to do this together, man. We gotta fight against this pandemic together. We got to stay inside and make the sacrifices, the necessary sacrifices, right? Next thing you know, I'm looking on Twitter and on Google. This dude gets arrested outside. He just told us to stay inside and how we got to do what's best for the country. And this dude's outside shooting guns. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, Jones, come on. But I like Jones as a fighter. Well, I don't know the guy, but a lot of ridiculous decisions that he's making. I love the three piece and the soda remix. Yeah, that one's a. I like that's one of my favorite right there. You notice how Jorge Masvidal had his hands behind his back like Dark Side, and they're walking the same way. I managed to put that at the end. We need some more TJ Dillashaw content. Yeah, I gotta push. There's a lot of stuff I gotta put out. Maybe do a remix with several fighters begging for and demanding a title shot, including Leon Networks. Yeah, if it goes on beat, I could do that. Even Vanderlei Silva, haven't seen him in ages. Yeah, he took a lot of damage. He's not the same anymore. When you fight that way, when you have that crowd pleasing style of fighting, that's gonna take five. That's like aging in dog years, fighting that way. Let me drink. Gotta drink some water. Getting dry mouth right now. Let me see what else. UFC ever reached out to you for a collab? No, they never reached out. If they do, I'm gonna have a price. I'm because you heard what happened with what's the guy who Anatomy of a Fighter when he got that footage of Conor McGregor, attacking the bus. They reached out to him and he let them use it for free. You always got to put out a price, and he regrets it. So that's a lesson for all of us, right? Don't let that happen. Tommy Toho had it right with John Jones being a werewolf. Yeah, those videos. I used to watch those videos back in the day, and they're funny. Y'all should watch those videos. The way he voices um, John Jones, and he makes him sound like some type of scholar. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea that this was going to happen. What did I do? I just woke up in my living room. Next thing you know, on the news, they're saying that I crashed a car. Jones is a meme. Yeah, at this point, he'll come back. I believe he's going to come back and win the heavyweight title because John Jones is those type of guys that find a way to win. It's the werewolf version of him that gets in trouble. Yeah, that's not the real version of John Jones. That classic John Jones. Yeah, then the way he has DC laughing. Come on, Jones. Come on. Come on, Jones. Nah, nah. When DC does that. Yeah, he hasn't fought in forever. It may not be in him anymore. Do Cyril Gang laugh remix. Yeah, I'm gonna do a game remix. He did that this last embedded. I was going to remix him, but I didn't have time to do it. UFC will take your content before they pay you. Well, they're not getting it for free. I'll take it down from my page before they do that. I think Dom beats him. Wait, who's that? Rich? Dom and the Dominic Reyes. Yeah, the thing is with John Jones, he's been on top for so long. People figured him out. They know his moves, and that's what I say about Khabib. When people say Khabib is the GOAT, right? I said you need to be the champion for a certain period of time, and that determines who's the greatest. That's why you got to put GSP as arguably the GOAT because he had that title for so long, and when you have that title for so long, people know your moves. They know your what's that word? I forgot the word, but they just know what you're doing. They know what to look out for. I'll say that. So Khabib was on his way to being the GOAT, but it was cut short because he retired. Are you cool with Birdman? Excuse me. Are you chill with the Woodley rematch, or you rather watch Jake take on Tommy? I'm cool with the Woodley rematch, and then he could fight Tommy later. I break people's faces for money and bounce. Oh, thanks, man. That's your favorite remix. I like that one too. What's up, man? The MMA holes. What's up? Got the beer right there. Man, Reyes' trajectory is so sad. Now looking back from getting robbed to getting KO twice. Yeah, that's the game for you. You got that high, came close to beat John Jones. That's the closest fight. When people bring up fights that John Jones should have lost, it should have been that Reyes fight. Because people bring up Gustafson. John Jones defeated Gustafson. I think people were so surprised that Gustafson did good. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. John Jones looked invincible before that, and people were surprised that he was doing that good. So I think it just gave people this perception that he was winning that fight. But the fight that John Jones should have lost was the Reyes fight. But even then, like he was coming back at the end. Mighty Mouse's accomplishments have been totally swept under the rug. Yeah, Tony, I agree. People miss him now, but they didn't appreciate him when he was fighting. He didn't get the appreciation that he deserved. People were actually hate. He was getting a lot of hate from a lot of people because they were saying he was fighting a bunch of nobodies in his division. I didn't agree with that. Fedor is still the GOAT, in my opinion. Yeah, it's all subjective. He's the GOAT too. Hey, it's MMA Holes. Yeah, I noticed that. I've seen his channel before. I've seen your channel before, MMA Holes. The way I say it, MMA Holes. These MMA holes out here. The way it sounds when you say it. Oh, Rich, you called Reyes' first amateur fights in LA. Dude looked good back there. Oh yeah, and he's an athlete. If y'all guys just let y'all know this guy, Rich Layton, I used to watch fights over his house. I used to watch. He's a comedian, so I used to go over his house and watch fights all the time over there. Yeah, one day I got to do a live stream, watch the fights with him. One day doing a live stream. Winning too many fights in the UFC is bad. Well, it puts a lot of pressure on you. That pressure gets to you. Nice hat, Mr. Remix. Yeah. I want to start wearing this hat more often. I want to get another cowboy hat. When I went to Texas, the place I went to get this hat, man, these hats cost like $100 and like $200. This one cost it was at a gift shop, so the prices were high. This one cost about $50. I can't wait for the chaos and memes if Pena defends against Nunes. Yeah, there's a huge possibility that Pena might win that remix again. That remix, win that rematch. Dana don't like dominant champs. He wants the young guys who are getting a title shot after 3 or 4 fights on a weak contract. Yeah, why he won't like a dominant champ because they're gonna demand money. But if he's a dominant champ and he can control them and not demand money, he'll like him. He would love them to be dominant champs if they're bringing in money. No, I never came to those fights, Rich, at the U of MMA when I was commentating. No, I haven't been to a fight that you commentated. I have to go one day though, because I'm still out here in LA. I was in Vegas for a little bit, and then I went to Texas because I'm looking at possibly moving to Texas. So I gotta see how things turn out. Salute, family. Thanks. Thanks, Reggie Reg. Is there any fighter you want to remix because of his personality, but he hasn't said anything catchier? Uh, he has a personality. Maybe Sean Strickland. He probably did. He probably did say something. I just haven't seen it. Or let me see who has a great personality. Uh, O'Malley, Sean O'Malley. I'll remix Kevin Holland, but I want to remix something else that he may say. There's some other sound bites that Kevin Holland has out there. Oh, you live in Austin now, Rich? Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think I'm moving to Texas. Okay, you live in Austin. Oh, that's dope, man. When I go to Texas, if I'm out in Texas, that'll be a good thing. I was thinking about moving to Dallas. I was in Dallas. Yeah, cause Texas, I was looking at the houses out there, man. They have some good prices. Cause I kind of brag about this here and there. I might throw this out, but my credit score, let's just say, I got a Khabib like credit score. If I had to grade my credit score, it's Khabib. Khabib's record. Tom, so I should be able to get a house out there. He said I live in Dallas. It's cool. Okay, yeah. When I went out there, it was nice. I didn't have to wear a mask anywhere when I went to Dallas in October. Nobody had masks on. A couple people here and there had a mask, but I went inside a store, gas station, and I didn't have to put a mask on. But out here in LA, you gotta have the mask on. You gotta have a vax card. You gotta have all this shit. You gotta be fully vaccinated. I'm like, ah, man. You want to stick all types of needles in me right now? Get this vax. Any fighter under the radar that you think can win the title in the future? Man, let me see. Under the radar though. Under the radar. Hmm. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But those are the most dangerous fighters. Those under the radar fighters, because people don't study them enough. Those are the biggest threats. Those fighters are the biggest threats to the dominant champions because they come under the radar. Hmm. You said you're in LA. I'm in San Diego. Yeah, San Diego. I've been to San Diego, Tom. Josh Emmett. I'll look him up. See, I'm an MMA fan, a UFC fan, but I'm not super hardcore. So a lot of y'all know more than I know. I know a lot about it, but I don't know it the way a lot of y'all know about it. Who's that? Salam Allah Al Alikum. Salam. Who's that fighter? Let me see the. What's another remix? Oh yeah, I want to make another Derek Lewis remix. What's your favorite Derek Lewis remix? The last one I made, I think the clap them cheeks remix. The man saying hi. Who? Oh, oh, okay. So okay. Hi back. Oh, salam alaikum. I don't know how to respond back though. The clap them cheek one is hilarious. Yeah, I had those 808 drums on there. Those 808 drums, man, are difficult for me to make with the music program I have. Whew, my throat getting dry mouth right now. You should do Derek Lewis saying he's okay, he's fine. Yeah, and I was looking that up. When does he say he's okay? I was trying to find a clip of him saying he's okay because I want to make a he's okay remix. If y'all can find a video of him saying he's okay, I'll make the remix. Have you ever planned on putting your remix on Spotify or not? Yeah, I was looking to put it on Spotify, but I forgot. I ran into an issue. You get to have some type of membership to do that, some special membership. Do Derek Lewis BJJ defense. I'll just stand up. I'll know what? I'll likely add that into a remix. Like if I make a he's okay remix, I'll put that into it. The filler. It's an interview when he's talking about his meme page on IG when people are getting hurt. Yeah, cause I see it on his Instagram page. He always says he's okay. Yeah, Derek Lewis. That Herb Dean's fault. And also an issue with these remixes with clips is sometimes there's too much background noise in the back, so it doesn't always sound right. I do have the software to clean it up, but if there's too much crowd noise in the background, that's why I like the fights during the pandemic when there wasn't a crowd because it just sounds better. You don't hear nobody in the crowd, so I didn't have to get the crowd noise taken out. Yeah, got the cowboy hat on. Howdy. Howdy, how you doing today? Cowboy Cerrone. Maurice Cerrone. Start doing my videos with a cowboy voice. Yeah, let me tell y'all what, man, that Derek Lewis, Herb Dean's fault remix is going to be a possibility. If I reckon so. There's an audio of Brian Stan saying Derek Lewis decided to just stand up and commentating. Hey, I may do that, Tony. Watching a Jose Aldo fight against Chad Mendez. I just have these fights playing randomly on my TV. Oof. Ah. There's another fight that I'm looking forward to. Oh, just imagine. So this, no, no, no. Last week was supposed to be Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal. That was supposed to happen last week. So I got to see who Leon Edwards is fighting next. You think they're going to give him the title shot against Usman? He deserves it. Who will be the guy that gets the fight against Cerrone for his last fight? Hey, might be me, boy. Might be me. He said no. Leon is going to get shelved, sadly. He shouldn't. This is the issue. This is the thing with Leon Edwards. he had 6 fights that were scheduled and that was canceled. If you look it up, 6 fights were canceled, and only one of them was his fault because he had COVID. The other 5, the opponent pulled out, including this one that was supposed to happen recently. So he was scheduled to fight Tyron Woodley before the pandemic, and this was supposed to be the fight that would give him a title shot. The pandemic happened, and that's where he encountered all those issues with getting fights because what the UFC was trying to do, they're supposed to offer you fights. They're contractually obligated to offer you fights. It's up to you to accept them or not, but they have to offer you the fights. So they're giving Leon Edwards fights on short notice when his gym was closed. So that's when they offered him that title shot against Usman. He turned it down because his gym was closed, so he couldn't train during the pandemic. And then I think they tried to offer him a Kobe fight, but they're using that as a negotiation tactic because they're trying to get the Kobe Woodley fight done. There's a lot of tricky stuff that the UFC was doing. So he has a lot of bad luck. Nate Diaz almost knocked his ass out. He didn't almost knock him out. He rocked him though. Not a good look, but Leon Edwards did dominate him. Yeah, unfortunately, everybody's playing at one shot. You see all the highlight videos, it's that one shot. And then Leon Edwards did during that fight twice. He did this. You see that trip he did on Nate Diaz when he tripped him up. That move was smooth as hell. Dana wants to sacrifice him to Hamza. Yeah, that's what they're. I believe they're still trying to do that. They're still trying to make that fight happen with him and Hamza because they need Hamza to beat somebody like Leon Edwards so they could push him. Because look at the fight against Lee that Hamza had. That got everybody excited because Hamza, his star was kind of dwindling a little bit. His hype was kind of dying down after that COVID thing. But that Lee fight, man, they brought it back. Yeah, it's just optics, but that's what the mainstream is about. Remember people thinking Buckley was some superstar. Yeah, I mean, everybody gets hyped. Just like Johnny Walker. I remember Johnny Walker. I remember hearing about him. People were talking about, and he's gonna be the one that that stops John Jones. He's gonna be one that defeats John Jones. Little did they know it was Reyes. Reyes was the one that was going to come close, where he came close to beating him. People get too excited about flash, like when certain people look flashy. Reyes never looked flashy, but he has the. I feel like he has the discipline and the techniques to beat John Jones. It's just whack when he in Islam fight unranked dudes. They get thrown into the top 10. Yeah, Islam has to do more. I feel like his next fight against I forgot his name. If he beats him, then he should wait. He should get a title shot against Oliveira Gaethje winner. You like Jerry? Yeah, he's cool. I want to see more from him. He has more to prove. No one else gets that treatment. What treatment? Oh, you said getting thrown into the top 10. I think because he's friends with with Khabib. You know, Khabib's promoting him, so they see him as being a draw. Oh yeah, damn it, these names are so hard to pronounce. Benil Dariush. God, get some easy names. Conor McGregor. He said that's so easy for me to say as an American. Yo, Mauricio, what's up? Your last name's the last chimp. There's the last style bender, and then there's the last chimp. That Russia money. Yeah, they want that Russia money. That's what they're pushing. I know Hamzat's not from. Yeah, a lot of his fans are in Russia though, so they're trying to get that money from there. Hey, what's up? A true and loyal fan from Spain. Oh, your English is poor, but only say you that big moments. Oh, let me test my Spanish out. Que pas? Hola, hostias. Um, ¿Te gusta mi música? Fucking, I don't know enough Spanish. I was trying to say some shit. I've been taking Duolingo lessons for like 2 years, man. I still can't quite get it right. Love your remixes, man. Hello, Trippy. Yeah, I like making that trippy stuff. You know the difficulty that what's difficult about making beats or selling beats? Because I try to sell beats. It's just that the value of beats now are so low. You know, back in the day before everybody was making beats, before everybody could afford software, man, you can make some good money. Like I remember Timberland was selling this beats for like 250,000 per beat, and that was my goal. I want to be in that situation. But now, if I try to sell a beat for like $5, nobody wants to buy a beat for even $5. Greg Hardy still getting pay-per-view spots too. Dana does what he does. Yeah, I'm assuming he believes Greg Hardy's going to bring in views. People may hate him so much that they want to see him get knocked out. And he's a former cowboy. He's a former football player. And I'm wearing a cowboy hat, but I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. I'm a 49ers fan. Even though I plan to move to Texas, I'm still a 49ers fan. Yeah, because speaking of the 49ers, man, we're making a comeback. Yeah, thanks, man. Good Spanish. Step by step, you might Yeah, I know Spanish. It's just that I'm trying to speak Spanish the way I speak is different. Like if I got to be really basic to speak Spanish to have the conversation. You can rep the Mavericks though. Yeah, I don't have a favorite NBA team, so I might rep the Mavericks. What's his name? Luca. Yeah, Luca. Luca's a beast. Luca's tearing it up in Dallas. Yeah, but my favorite player right now, man, my top player in the NFL is George Kittle. George Kittle is a beast. Man, he's been balling out like these last two games because we got to win every game to get to the playoffs, to get that wild card berth. I see the 49ers being like the Giants in 2008 when they made the playoffs. I think they made the playoffs 8-8, and they defeated the Patriots, who were undefeated at the time, and they somehow got in there and surprised everybody. I see the Niners doing that. Yeah, I could rep the Mavericks. Yeah, this Tuivasa remix is going to be fire. It got a catchy beat, something. It got the Shoey in there. I want to put some Shoey clips in there. Try to find some videos of Tuivasa dancing, and then boom. So that remix should be out. I'll try to get it out Saturday or Sunday. As an Eastern European, it took me a good year to figure out baseball to a fair level, and it feels like high grade rocket science to me. Don Donatas. I don't really know about baseball like that. I don't watch much baseball. The football, if you keep watching it, you'll understand it. The schemes and all that, defensive schemes, how to read the defense, running backs having to read their blocks. It's just it's a fun sport if you're going for someone. If you're going for a team, if you really want a team to win, it's fun to watch. But if you're not emotionally invested in it, it may not be that fun. Or if you put money on it, what do you what do you think about Burns and Hamzat if they put that fight together? I got Hamzat winning that fight. I think he's gonna. I see him overpowering Burns. Hamzat's a big guy. Hamzat's a guy who fought at middleweight, who cuts weight to get to welterweight. He's a big guy. Thoughts on Kevin Lee joining the Eagle FC? Yeah, it could. We'll see, man. It's a good move for him. He has to win though. He better win that first fight, and it's a good business move for Khabib. It's good to see Khabib's businessman. Now, personally, him retiring was a good decision. You know, he doesn't have to. You know, I know y'all. I know he doesn't take as much damage, but in training and in practice, that's where you take a lot of your damage when you're training. That takes more of a toll on you. Hamza will not get an unfavorable matchup. Yeah, they are matching him up a certain way. Like Lee, when he fought Lee, yeah, it looked very good how he picked him up like that. But Lee's not known. I want to see him fight a wrestler. That's why I want to fight against Rockhold. Now Rockhold, you could he gets rocked a lot. Yeah, Rockhold, no pun intended. But I want to see him try to lift Rockhold up like that. You know what? Hamzat reminds me of Chris Weidman. He reminds me of Chris Weidman before and after before he lost to Rockhold. Because before he lost to Rockhold, man, he was just bigger than everybody. It just seemed like he was just stronger than everybody in the middleweight division. He was the first. The middleweights we see now, the size they are now, Chris Weidman was the first middleweight that size because they were never that big. The middleweights we see now were light heavyweights back in the day, Until he fought Rocco, man, he just seemed like I didn't see anybody beating him. Luka Doncic, he grew up in Real Madrid basketball, and he gives us the big trophy year ago when he was only 18 years old. Yeah, he was playing with grown men as a teenager, so he had that proper training. Yeah, Hamza beats Gustafson's ass in the gym. Yeah, my thing is when I hear about stuff like that, when they say so and so fighter beats this other fighter in the gym, you know that's what the gym says, so they can boost their fighters' reputation up. But I could believe that. I'm just glad Kevin's making good money. Yeah, you got to make that money. You got to pay those bills. Because when you taking that damage, getting hit in the head like that, and try to work a regular job, work at McDonald's or something like that, that would be sad. You got to work at McDonald's. Can you imagine if Kevin Lee was a Uber driver or something like that? But he has to make his money, invest his money wisely. I'm sure he's doing that. Buy property, buy house. That's my goal. I want to buy houses and rent them out and make money off the rent and pay for my house with the rent that I get from a property. So things like that. If he talks to Ray Janelle, Ray Janelle's a real estate. Yeah, he's in real estate. Does Hamzat beat Usman or Kobe? I uh, I believe he'll beat Kobe. Now Usman, I'm not. I don't think right now. I don't think so. I got to see more from Hamzat. See, this thing about Hamzat, we need to see more from him. We got to see him in deep water. We got to see him fighting in. And so far, he's just been putting everybody out real quick. But I believe he may get tired in the later rounds the way he fights because he's like a guy who he's a sprinter, not a long distance runner. That's what I'm seeing so far. So I want to see him fight against someone in the later rounds and see how he is in a competitive fight. Then, if he still looks good, then I'll see about like how he'll do against Usman. Yeah, Gilbert is. I can see him beating Gilbert because Gilbert is not that big. Gilbert's like a stuck in that like in between weight classes. Wait, what's the weight class he fight at again? Yeah, 170. So he's like a 165 pounder. Diaz 125. What's that about? Aqua bat. Coincidence on his name? I think not. Diaz with crop. I really think that Hamzat will get tired in the late rounds. Yeah, if you watch his wrestling match, but that's just a wrestling match. I'm not gonna put too much stock in that. He was getting tired. He was looking very good at the beginning. Then he started getting tired. Sorry, Mars. You say before who's your GOAT in the UFC? Your more overrated fighter, and to remix the difficult to make. Okay, I want to say John Jones is my GOAT, but unfortunately, there's an asterisk next to his name because when I debate people on this, they'll always bring up that asterisk. And you know what I'm talking about. So he's out. I can't mention him by default. And then I'll say GSP and Demetrius Johnson. Let's say Demetrius Johnson. Because so far they have no blemishes right now. They defended their titles a lot. And then Anderson Silva, those he had that issue with the drug test. But I will put him up there too. Uh, um, the most overrated fighter. The most overrated fighter. I may have to say, so he's overrated right now because I have to say Kobe Covington, to me, in my opinion, is the most overrated fighter right now because the opponents that he fought. Before he got his first title shot against Usman, he beat Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler lost 2 fights in a row, and Kobe beat him to get a title shot. Loses to Usman in a close fight. His next fight, he fights Tyron Woodley, who lost 2 fights in a row too. That gave him a title shot. Loses to Usman again. Now Kobe is looking to fight Jorge Masvidal, who's on a two-fight losing streak. So this is going to be three fighters that he's fighting besides Usman that have lost two fights in a row. I want to see him fight somebody who's winning. So if he fights Hamzat, if he beats Hamzat, somebody like Wonder Boy, Leon Edwards, somebody like that who's actually winning, he won't be overrated to me anymore. Then he could prove me wrong. But Kobe, like I have no personal issues against Kobe. Like I told people, I don't. When it comes to politics and stuff, I don't take none of that stuff personally, because I vote based on. I don't vote emotionally, so I'm not emotionally affected by Trump, or conservatives, or nothing like that. So it has nothing to do with him being a Trump supporter. It's just what I'm seeing in the octagon. It has nothing to do with what he's the trash talking. None of that. He just hasn't been backing it up, in my opinion, against the strongest opponents. Yeah, Kobe can gas Hamzat out because Kobe's. See, I'll give Kobe credit for this. Kobe's very durable, and he has he's very mentally strong. I'll say Kobe's very durable and he's mentally strong. So when he gets in trouble, because Usman was rocking him many times, and Kobe just kept finding a way. He stayed in there. He didn't give up. So I give Kobe credit for that. So if he fights Hamzat, that could be a difficult fight. That's a good fight, Kobe and Hamzat. Gilbert's neck is like 20 pounds by itself. Yeah, he got a dude's neck as wide as fucking as wide as Roy Nelson's belly. A wide ass neck. That neck deserves its own weight class. Should be in his own weight class. Junkie, he said junkie. What's your magnum opus remix, my guy? Uh, what, recently, one of my I like the. Let me see. Let me look it up. I think it's called the. I'll just bring up a recent one. Beat a car. Look up the Khabib Go Sleep remix. That's one. That's my recent one. Oh no no no! I'll say the Mama Mama Ma remix. I feel like my editing was on a. I was on point with the editing. Everything was just going clicking. So I like that one too. I'm sure a lot of cats use roids or PEDs in MMA. Yeah, I believe most of them are using PEDs, but it's all about who gets caught. There's a lot of people committing crimes right now, but only the ones who are caught go to jail. Picograms. Yeah, pictograms. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people misunderstand. They don't understand the picogram thing when Jeff Nowinski was bringing it up. Cause if you watch that Joe Rogan interview you had with Jeff Nowinski explaining the picogram things, everybody was freaking out, and claiming conspiracy theories and all that. Because everybody thinks USADA is, and it's possible that they could be corrupt. But my thing is, why would they put that information out there? John Jones tested positive, and it's only for the a picogram amount of whatever that thing is. They won't put that information out in the first place. Like, why would they even do that if people think they're going to cover it up? So, Luke King, thanks. Thank you. Can you see Sugar Sean get the belt, or does Peter hold on to it? Well, Peter doesn't have the belt. Uh, what's his name? Sterling got the belt right now, so we got to figure that out. Unless they're fighting for an interim belt. USADA is a joke. Yeah, possibly, but who else is gonna? Who else is testing them? So they can be corrupt. They can be a joke, but who else is telling these fighters? And that was my thing about with the John Jones situation. Oh, thank you, Lovey Star Beating. Thanks for that. Thanks for the donation. No, if y'all want to donate money, look at the description. Donate to my Cash App. I don't know how to write on here. I don't know how to write a comment on here. Donate to dollar sign M dollar sign capital M lowercase o capital HOUSE. So dollar sign Mo House with a capital M. No. Wait, scratch that. Scratch that. If you want to donate to Cash App, donate to dollar sign Mo Xavier. So dollar sign MOXA. Wait, X shit. XAVIER with a capital M and a capital X. I'd rather write it on here, but I don't know how to write the comment on here. Yeah, didn't Jones have to snitch in order to get a lifetime ban or something? Yeah, well he snitched to get. I gotta look that up again. I was looking at shit. I was reading about that years ago when I heard about it. He got his sentence reduced if he cooperated with with USADA to bust other fighters. So yeah, he did snitch. Yeah, I was fucking it up, man. I was trying to get my Cash App thing ready. Denton Jones. Last year, the Nevada State Commission busted more people than USADA. Okay, that's the thing though. Okay, if the Nevada State Commission busts somebody for PEDs, we should know about it, right? USADA can't USADA can't cover for that. So who in the UFC did the Nevada State Commission bust? Substantial, yeah, the substantial assistance. Yeah, USADA always been a little. I'm not saying I trust them fully, but I understood what was happening back then with the picograms and why he didn't get suspended at that time. Could they explain the situation? I could completely understand it, but I'm not an expert on it, so who knows? From the Chamber and Mr. Bisping, the best remix is a lot of. Yeah, I love that from the Chamber remix. That's one of my favorites. That one took a while. I really got a lot of. I got a lot of footage for that one. A lot of sound bites. This is out of the blue, but has anyone told you you kind of look like Corey Anderson? No, I haven't heard that, but someone did say I look like Herb Dean. I went to a yeah Donatus. Yeah, I went to a UFC expo when Rampage was fighting Rashad Evans. So I went to this UFC expo, and people were saying I looked like Herb Dean. And get this, when I went to that expo, I met John Jones in person. So when Rampage fought Rashad Evans, let me see what UFC event was that versus Evans. Okay, this was UFC 114 in 2010, right? So I went to this expo and I met a lot of I seen a lot of UFC fighters there, right? And I went to the booth where John Jones was, right? And I got a chance to meet John Jones. This was before he became a star. I kind of knew about him. I think he had some hype. I think he defeated Stephen Bonner and somebody else. But I remember meeting John Jones, and John Jones sounded like my PE teacher. He sounds like those motivational speakers when he talks. Like he was engaged with everybody, like asshole or nothing. He was very cool. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up? What's your name? I'm like, my name's Maurice. He's like, hey, what's up, Maurice, man? Let's get ready to take this picture, man. He gave me a fist bump, and then he he posed for the picture. You know, like he said this to me, like, do you want a picture of with your fist to my face like this? I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. All right, man, let's do this. It was like hella cool, right? But he sounded like my PE teacher when I was in school. That's what he reminded me of, like those motivational speakers. But yeah, that was my story about that. And who else I met that day? I met Forrest Griffin. Brock Lesnar was there. And the person who had the longest line at this UFC expo was George St. Pierre. So this was during George St. Pierre's prime and Anderson Silva's prime. And George St. Pierre's line was like 5 times as long as Anderson Silva's line. And this was back when Anderson Silva was like fucking everybody up. George St. Pierre was the most popular fighter at the time. Some people are saying John Jones not fighting now because he's serving a suspension. Yeah, it's a possibility, man. Who knows? We'll find out when the news comes out. Yeah, nothing past. Yeah, John Jones, man. Uh, I'm telling you, after that incident during the pandemic when he was telling everybody to stay inside and we got to do this together, man, we got to beat this pandemic together. Stay inside. Spend time with your family. I'm staying inside too. We all got to do this together. And then he gets arrested outside. I'm like, you're outside saying this? It was that USADA said the picograms was from a steroid took from years ago, which is questionable as hell. Yeah, it does sound questionable. But when I read about it, I understood it because they said it's still. I don't know, man. It's just I haven't read about it long. I don't. Everything's shady to me. That's why I can't put him. When I tell people who's the goat, I would say John Jones, but he has that USADA shit that's happening that's clouded that's clouded his career. So it's all shaky, man. John Jones is one of my favorite fighters, but I'm gonna keep it honest though. That thing is very. And then he got popped for it for he got popped for PEDs before. So I love that Tony Ferguson type of guy remix with Joey Diaz. That shit cracks me up. Yeah, Chris, get this. I made that remix. I came up with that idea when I was working at my delivery job, and I was listening to a podcast with Joey Diaz, and I was just listening to podcasts and I heard Joey Diaz said type of guy. I forgot what he was talking about, but he was talking about somebody else. He may have been talking about Tony Ferguson. No, I don't think he was talking about Tony Ferguson. He was talking about somebody else, and he just said type of guy. And the way he said type of guy, could put this into a remix and make a Tony Ferguson remix. Because at first, I was trying to find Tony Ferguson saying type of guy, but Tony Ferguson has never said type of guy yet, so I couldn't remix him saying it. But when Joey Diaz said type of guy, I was like, okay, I could do something with that. John Jones is ideal social chameleon. Chameleon. Oh man, talking as much, I'm getting tired of talking. I can respect people like Joe Joe Rogan and anyone who has a podcast because talking for this long, man, takes a toll, man. You get fatigued talking. That's how it is for me. When I'm not talking to somebody, there's no conversation. I'm just talking to what you guys are writing. When in doubt, just remember Nate. Everybody's on steroids. Yeah, that was a great remix. And I put John Jones' picture in there when he was crying. But it's nothing personal. None of these remixes. I'll tell all the people who listen to my remixes. None of these remixes are personal. So it does have nothing to do with anything personal. I cannot like a fighter if they say something funny. You notice every remix I make of a fighter, most of the time though, there's a couple of times where I kind of made too much fun of them. I won't put footage of them getting knocked out in the remix if it's starring them, if they're the main attraction on the remix. So I try to put them in a positive light. When I like a couple of years ago, I was a little savage with the remixes, man. I was going in. I was making like the Ronda Rousey remix. I went all in on that remix. I feel like I kind of did her dirty on that one. But I try to be more respectful now with the remixes. I'm getting older now. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go too far in on them. I still call John Jones the GOAT. I think all the yeah, I still call him the GOAT, but with an asterisk next to his record. because I gotta play it fair, man. If it's John Jones is one of my favorite fighters, but I gotta be fair about it. Dana White privilege was a gold line. Yeah, that one worked. That Tony Ferguson remix. Have I ever remixed live? No, I haven't remixed live yet. That's something I could do. I don't know how entertaining that would be though, because sometimes it's me brainstorming trying to figure out how the beat will work. But if there's ever a show where remix live and try to come up with a beat real quick, shit, I could whip something together real fast. John Jones has to go fully into being a villain. Yeah, if John Jones becomes a villain, if he just goes full heel, because John Jones trash talk is funny. This is my list of my top trash talkers in the UFC. Number one, I put number one, Michael Bisping is number one on my list as the best trash talker in the UFC. Number two is Conor McGregor. I put this list on Instagram before. I think number three I had Chael Sonnen number three. And I think I had Dominic Cruz at number four, and then John Jones at number five. And John Jones could be, yeah, John Jones is number five. And then I may have put Adesanya in there somewhere. But yeah, the funniest trash talker is Michael Bisping. Personally, I don't find Harrison Jones, Kobe. I don't know. I just don't find it funny. I don't find Kobe's act funny. He's not. His delivery is off. He doesn't have good delivery. See, you hear Michael Bisping. Look up the interview with Kobe Covington and Michael Bisping. You could tell the different levels to trash talk. Kobe doesn't come off like somebody who's quick on the off the cuff. The best trash talkers are guys who are off the cuff who will come up with something quick. His trash talk, it comes off too scripted. That's why I put Michael Bisping number one. Who had Conor McGregor number two, and Conor McGregor could be number one or number two. It's debatable, but these guys are quick with it. If somebody says something to them, somebody throws an insult their way, they'll come out quick with something. Yeah, the old Conor was a beast. Yeah, the old Conor was. What did he say? Oh yeah, when he said, "Who the fuck is that guy?" See, that shit was random, and that's my thing. That's my thing with Kobe. A lot of people find him funny, apparently, but my thing is, someone said that. What's his name said the Connor? What would Kobe's response be? Now, Kobe said a couple of funny lines though. There's a couple of things that he said that was funny, like for his nicknames are pretty good. He had one funny nickname, Mark Not So Goddard. And this one I forgot. Big John remix with "Let's Get It On" will be epic. Yeah, I can see myself making a big. There's a lot of remixes I can make, man. There's a lot of remixes. Then I can look up his podcast too, see if he says something crazy on there. The Conor McGregor was never my friend. Remix is my favorite. The noises followed by the yeah, that one was one of my best. I forgot about that one. You see the part I put on there with when Dana was screaming for Conor? That part is hilarious. I was laughing when I made that one. Paid Connor trash talk is bad now. Yeah, Connor's trying. It feels like he's trying too hard, and he's older now. He's not the. He's in his 30s now. He's not a young 20-year-old guy anymore. And the same thing happened with Floyd. Remember, Floyd used to be fun. Like Floyd used to be funny. Everybody found him hilarious. By the time like when he was 40 years old and he was going against Conor McGregor, he kind of came off corny. Like he wasn't that cool guy anymore. So Conor was just lighting his ass up with the trash talk. Conor was more recent. So that's what's going on with Conor and Jake Paul. Jake Paul is he's more in tune with the young crowd now. Conor McGregor, people may call Conor McGregor an old head now. Yeah, I guess you mean Kobe's funny like by accident or something. Like it's it's so bad that it's good. That's how I see it sometimes. It's a cool act though. I just want to put in my top five trash talkers. I like people who could speak off the cuff. Jorge could be good with trash talking. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he has some one liners that are pretty good. Yeah, Kobe stutters a lot, and maybe that's the funny thing about Kobe is that he fucks up his lines. Like he said, Madison Square do it, Madison Square Garden. That's what I'm saying with his lines, man. They're too scripted. I was trying to make a Madison Square Do It remix. I want to make a New York remix. I was trying to put that out before the fight against Usman, the rematch. Madison Square Do It, Madison Square Garden, with the New York beat. Yeah, Kobe's 100% an act, and he needs to. Yeah, so I had no problem with his act. Like I don't care if he's trash talking people. I just need it to be more authentic. It just comes off too scripted. Then he stutters and it doesn't flow correctly. Yeah, EPO CEO. See, the CEO of EPO is funny. What other one he got? I'm trying to pick my nose right now. Funniest thing Covington has ever done was posted some fake email inbox for RDA. Oh, I forgot about that one. Then we showed up when Dana was at the blackjack table with his hooker, with his side chick. Dana out there slinging that dick. Dana's out there getting it in. If you have that much money and you're that powerful, I'm sure he's out there smashing random chicks. Yeah, Mayweather. Yeah, on 24/7 when he was like 30 years old in his early 30s, he was funny. And once he got in his 40s, you're getting older now. It's just not the same. He doesn't have that same swag with trash talk because he lit Oscar up with the trash talk. Then he was getting in on Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton. Yeah, Usman's trash talk can be funny sometimes, like when he told Ben Askren. Yeah, he's funny, but I don't think people expect anything funny to come from Usman. See, the expectations when you putting up a top 10 or top five funniest trash talk list, no one's trying to put Usman on that list. Jorge is whack. Kobe is so bad it's good. Oh, so maybe that's what it is. People are laughing at him, not with him. Marty fake. Oh, see, that's a funny one. Marty fake newsman. That one's hilarious. That nickname. Did I do one of Joshua Fabia? Not yet. Haven't did that one yet. I feel like I could write a movie about that guy, Joshua Fabia, and that whole thing that's going on with Diego Sanchez and shit. That girl melted into oblivion when she saw the camera with a pro. Oh yeah, yeah. She dipped out quick. Like shit. Oh fuck. When Dana shows his room when he's in Dubai, it's like, man, this is the room he has. He's gonna bring all of his side chicks into. Who knows what he's doing in there? His room looked it. I mean, that room looked nice. Talking about EPO, yeah, Dano's taking a lot of TRT, a lot of stuff TRT, man. His body aged backwards. That TRT took about 20 years off of Dana's body, but his face still look old though. He still got wrinkles on his head. I can see myself if it's safe. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking like TRT and PEDs if it's taken the right way. So by the time I get old enough that I have to take TRT, I believe it's going to be even better. It's going to be safer and it's going to be better because the people who take it now, their bodies look they just look it looks weird. It's a strange look. Diego's guru, yeah. The most ruthless thing Usman has ever said is that he wants Jorge's BMF belt so he could throw it in the closet. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Then he had that interview him and Kobe when they were trash talking each other. It was pretty funny. He said, "Your face." I didn't find that part that funny, but what I did find funny was when he said something. Kobe said, um, "Oh yeah." Usman said, "Did you miss me?" And Kobe said, "Yeah." I mean, no, no, no. You're like you miss Usman. TRT mode. Yeah, Mini Khabib Hasbullah has a lot of funny footage. Yeah, I made a remix, Chris, of Hezbollah. That's it. Hasbullah. Yeah, I got a remix on my. Look it up. I got a remix up there. A Khabib one with Hasbullah. There's doctors who specialize in TRT. It's totally legit. Yeah, yeah, I get it's safe, but it can always be better. It can always be better. It's like people see, people get surgery now, but compare surgery to what when it was going on back in the day. Like Michael Jackson, I feel like he got surgery at the wrong time. That's why his face was all fucked up. But you see surgery now, these celebrities are getting surgery. It's so much better. Like I don't know who Halle Berry, who's her surgeon is. 'Cause Halle Berry is the youngest 50-year-old I've ever seen in my life. The youngest 55-year-old I've ever seen. Khabib's not top 10 trash talker, but yeah, I made a list like that. Khabib's the funniest, unintentionally funny trash talker. Him, Yoel Yoel, and who else? Somebody else is funny without trying to be funny. Yeah, that was the list I put out. Khabib is the funniest guy. He's the funniest trash, the funniest person who's not trying to be funny. He said, I plan on getting on TRT when I'm older too, but make sure I get it from a doctor. Yeah, you got to do it safe. It has to be safe. I'm trying to smash in my 50s and shit, like in a good way, shit. 50s and 60s. By the time I get there, man, it'll be perfected. I don't want to be growing hair out of growing hair out of my eyes and shit, taking this TRT. Start growing hair out your eyeballs. Like this shit is not happening the way I expected. See, right now, man, I'm at an age. See, I'm about right now. I'm 38 years old. So my metabolism is slowed down a bit. So I don't eat as much. So I'll eat like 1 meal a day. So I eat 1 meal a day. I drink a lot of water, and I work out. I can't even work out every day anymore. My knees starting to hurt a little bit, but I'm still in great shape. My stamina. I run hills. I go hiking and I run the hills. So I'm in great shape right now. So I got the guns. Look at so you got that. Look at that. Yeah, he's making money being treated like a pet. Just bringing that money. As long as you're making money, hey, just don't have nobody treat you like a pet for free. Tito is unintentionally funny. Yeah, yeah, Tito, Tito Ortiz, man. Y'all remember when him and Dana were going back and forth? Man, that was a funny press conference because what happened was Tito defeated Ryan Bader, right? So Dana was setting Tito Ortiz up to lose against Ryan Bader, and he ended up beating him somehow. He pulled off a big upset, and so Dana was pissed off, and then Tito, he's gloating. So they start going back and forth in the press conference. In the press conference, and it's hilarious. Whew. He said, "You don't look 38." Yeah, man, I'm 38 years old. I'm getting close to 40. Just imagine if I cut the beard off. You kind of see that 38 though. You can see that age. That age is kicking in. Yeah, I'm damn near 40. Hasbulla has a great social media team. Yeah, he has a good team. Maybe he'll join the Eagles fighting. He'll join Khabib's fighting camp, the EFC. Yeah, thanks, Harrison. Yeah, I stay in shape, man. Like yesterday, I had 1 meal yesterday, but it was a box of pizza. I ate an entire box of pizza, but that was the only thing I ate that day. So I'll usually eat 1 meal a day. Then I'll fast. So right now, my weight right now is I'm about 218. I weigh 218 pounds right now. and most of my weight is in my because when I run, I've been running a lot lately. I run the hills, so my legs are bigger now. So I got a lot of weight in my legs. My legs look like no homo. My legs look like Tyron Woodley's legs. That's what my thighs look like. No homo. But he went big fast. I'm gonna pick my nose real quick. Right here. Nose itching. So I'm always drinking water. I'm always drinking water. See, with COVID, so I did listen to what Joe Rogan was saying about COVID, and that is a key, man. I Let me tell you this, man. I was around everybody when COVID first happened. I used to work at Vons as a delivery driver, and I was in the store when that entire thing happened. It was complete chaos in the grocery store, and I think I was helping some of the workers bag groceries, so I couldn't drive. I wasn't driving at the time, and I was around everybody. We didn't have masks on. They didn't have us put masks on at the time, so I was around everybody, and I never got it. I never got sick one time. But I always wash my hands. I drink a lot of water and I drink green tea. I do that all the time and I exercise. And then I got tested. I finally got tested and they said I don't have it. So I just never got it. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is. Intermittent fasting is the shit to stay in shape. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't eat. Like I haven't ate anything today. The last time I ate was at I think around this time. Like I ate like at 1 p.m. yesterday. So I haven't had a meal since yesterday at 1 o'clock. So I'm about to eat a lot though. I'm about to eat a lot today after this stream. I'm thinking about going to yeah, I want to eat pizza again. Or some chicken wings. I want some chicken wings. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Get some chicken wings. I want to eat like 30 chicken wings right now. I could go through about 30. Bobby Green has had a great career resurgence. Yeah, he has. And Derek Brunson too. Derek Brunson came back. He made a comeback, dyed his hair. That's Oliveira. That's what everybody's doing. Everybody's gonna dye their hair for their comeback. They become a better person. It's like becoming a super saiyan when you dye their hair. We've seen that with Brunson. We've seen that with Oliveira. So who else needs to dye their hair? Maybe Kevin Lee needs to dye his hair. That's the key. That's the hole in this game. That's the hole in this game that needs to be filled. It needs to be filled with that dye. He needs to dye his hair. If Kevin Lee dyes his hair, he'll win his debut in the EFC. Yeah, he went full Simon Phoenix. Yeah, John Jones needs to go blonde. We need Super Saiyan blonde John Jones when he comes back. He can't be stopped. So we only seen regular Saiyan version of John Jones, man. When that dyed version comes, that Super Saiyan version, maybe that's what the secret is. John Jones is gonna come back with that dyed hair. Who else needs that dyed hair? Yeah, Conor McGregor needs to dye his hair. We need to see dyed hair Conor McGregor, blonde hair Conor McGregor. Yep, Conor McGregor needs his hair to be dyed blonde. Who else? Um, yeah, a lot of people do. Yep, yeah, everybody's winning, man. All the blondies are winning. All the blondies are winning. So who though? Hey Mo in chat. What's up, Miss Clamstrong? What's good? Who else needs to do that? Let's see here. Yeah, but when you dye that hair, man, you become somebody else. Maybe I should do that. Dye my beard. I don't have any hair though. See, look. See, I look older now when I don't have the hat on. I'm bald. And all that bald. You can see where my hairline is. Look at that. I got that Stephen A. Smith hairline. I went home though. I didn't. I'm not like LeBron James, man. I went home. I went and cut it all off. Now I got my cowboy hat on. Yeah, Woodley needs that. Woodley needs to dye his hair before he fights Jake Paul. Tyron Woodley needs to dye his hair. If he dyes his hair, I'm betting. I'm betting the entire bank, my bank account. I'm gonna bet my entire third bank account that I only have $10 in on Tyron Woodley to win that fight. Not my main bank account. Woodley or Paul. If Tyron Woodley dyes his hair, I'm betting on Woodley to win the fight. Yeah, Cody Garbrandt needs to dye. He needs to dye his pubic hairs blonde. He needs to dye his leg hair blonde. He needs to dye his beard blonde. You know, he needs to dye his back hair blonde. Shit. Then he'll make it come back because it's not looking good for him, man. It's looking really bad. Ain't betting on the fight, but Paul gonna win again. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. See, people call him a YouTuber as an insult. Like, you let a YouTuber beat him, but he's making YouTubers look good right now. He's beating all these guys, so he's making YouTube look good. So if he wins his next fight, calling somebody a YouTuber is gonna be a compliment. So if you get your ass kicked by a YouTuber at a bar, and they said you got your ass beat by a YouTuber, I'm like, fucking, that's a difficult. That's a compliment. That's not an insult. YouTubers are knocking people the fuck out. But the Paul brothers, what I didn't know at first, and a lot of people didn't know, is that the Paul brothers they're athletic. They wrestled. You know, if you could wrestle, man, you're tough. You're tough if you could wrestle. Because when I played football in high school, and you got to be in way better shape to wrestle than to play football. So I when I was playing football, and I'm in good shape for football. I wrestled somebody who was on a wrestling team. Man, I was exhausted. Like 3 minutes in, I was exhausted. So it's no joke. Jake is flipping his image real quick, in my opinion. Paying fighters well and fixing his own image. Yeah, maybe that was his plan all along. Jake Paul, I'm a good guy now. I'm paying these fighters unlike Dana. Improve that bank account. Tyron Woodley, I'm telling you right now, man, dye that hair. Dye that hair. Usman doesn't need to dye his hair yet, and he can't because he's bald. So you have to dye something else. You got to find a place on your body to dye. If you don't have any hair, see, I don't have hair on my head, so I gotta dye my beard. If I want to, if I want to be a beast, if I want to become a better version of myself, I gotta dye my beard, or I gotta dye my chest hair. Can we get a Charles Oliveira remix? Yeah, it depends on what he says. If he says something funny and catchy, I can remix it. Oh yeah, that round tree kick. Yeah, man. Fucked his leg up. Where's that donation link again? Uh just donate to my Cash App. I don't know how to write a comment in here. I can't write the comment. I will put my Cash App in here. But my Cash App is Chris. I don't know. You probably don't have the Cash App there. I don't know if you have Cash App. But it's $ Mo Xavier with a capital M and a capital X. So I want to spell it out. It'll have the $ on it. Capital M, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase a, I, wait, A, A, V, I, R. So Mo Xavier. But it's in my description link. It's in the description. So don't donate yet. Don't just look at the description. I got the links in there. I got PayPal links in there. So let's do that. Let's wait till wait till the stream is done. I'm getting a little tired of talking right now though. Ooh, I'm going to try to do a stream tomorrow. If I can, I should figure out a way to watch the fight and then do my own little fight companion thing. I might do one day with some friends. I'm gonna start talking shit, start drinking. You don't want to see me drunk. When I'm drinking, man, I'm talking all types of shit. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start joking constantly. I'm gonna say some shit that I regret when I'm drinking. You could do weekly recaps, man. You got the knowledge. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm gonna start doing that. I gotta give you all these remixes that y'all like, and then in between that, I could put out these streams. Oh, thanks, Chris, man. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, if y'all donate, just look at the description and donate that way because YouTube takes the money. They'll take like a percentage of the money. And yeah, YouTube is on that bullshit right now. But yeah, y'all don't have to donate. You know, I'm not like really pushing a donation or anything. But if y'all do want to donate, look in the description. How much does YouTube take? They take about, I forgot what they take exactly. Like I think 30% or something like that. They take about 30%. It's a joke. But now I started uploading some videos on Rumble. Y'all heard of Rumble? It's like a YouTube website. So I started uploading on Rumble. Yeah, then the taxes. I figured out a way to, you know, work those taxes, right? Like if you start your YouTube page as an LLC, you don't have to pay that many taxes. You kind of write it off. Start off your YouTube page as as an LLC, as a sole proprietor. There's ways you could do it. There's always ways around. I mean, like they say, people, I'm gonna start talking about some of those, right? About taxes, right? People want these billionaires to pay taxes, their fair share of taxes, like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, these very rich people. But when you're that rich, you'll always find a way not to pay taxes. They find ways to not pay taxes. When you got money, you got influence, and you get people to change laws. You pay these lobbyists to get certain laws changed to go into their favor. It says YouTube's your full time job? No, it's not my full time job. Oh, I make money. We have our own electrical contracting business called B&B Electric, based in Las Vegas. So I make money doing that. Right now it's very slow. We're going through the slow season with the business. So that's why I'm working on getting my CCNA because I want to start this other business. I want to start getting into IT. So I've been studying to get my CCNA. One day I want to be a billionaire. I got high goals. I want to be a billionaire one day. People expect billionaires to pay taxes. Most of that money's in unsold stock. How are you going to ask for taxes? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they think they got like a billion. Like Bezos is worth like let's say he's worth 50 billion. He don't got that 50 billion in his bank account. Rich people will always find a way. That's the thing. Rich people, they could pay somebody to give them advice on finding a way not to pay taxes, not to pay that many taxes. Just like when they start their charity, they'll start a charity, and that's just another way to funnel their money. And they'll always have their kids, like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said he's not giving any of his money to his children when he dies. But what Warren Buffett does, he'll start that charity business and have his children as like not CEOs, but he'll have them working in that charity, and they'll get paid that way. Yeah, I got some money in crypto in Cardano. Wait, Cardano, Derek. I invested in Cardano crypto stock. And get this, somebody told me about it. They told me I need to invest in card. Let me see if I'm saying it right. Cardano, Cardano. Yeah, Cardano. So somebody told me like, hey, you should invest in that. And so I put the 500 in there. That shit shot up to like 1200, and it's still been at that level ever since, and it kind of goes up and down. But I got in there just in time, and I'm just gonna leave it in there. Invest only invest what you're willing to lose. If I'm willing to lose that $500, I'm gonna keep it in there, and then if it goes up, like let's say it shoots up to like $20,000, if I make 20,000 from that 500, take 10,000 out, leave 10,000 in, and maybe that 10,000 I took out, invest 5,000 in something else, use the other 5,000 for something. That's how I play the game. Then when the pandemic hit, I invested in some other businesses when their price went down. I invested in this business called Hudson Group I used to work at. They went public, and they stock went down to like $2 per stock, and I invested a lot of money in that, and I made a lot of profit from that one right there. Ada, yeah, I gotta look that up. Yeah, I'm about to end this stream, man. I'm getting tired, and I'm getting hungry. I haven't had anything to eat since yesterday. So I'm about to end this stream, and I'm about to work on a new remix. Look out for if I'm saying his name correctly, Tuivasa remix, a Shoey remix. Because I want to try to get Tuivasa to play this, to walk out to this remix. So I got to make it hella catchy, something that he's going to like, something he's going to dance to, so I can make that happen. And then now I'm sure that will help the page blow up to a certain extent. All right, guys, I'm out of here. If y'all want to donate, look into the description. If y'all want to donate money or anything, I appreciate it because I don't make that much money from this YouTube page. Don't get it twisted. I'm not making shit, no profits. I ain't making money like that off of it. So I'm out of here, man. Look out for the remix.